What's the most depressing film you ever saw? Come and see. Requiem for a Dream. Old Yeller. Schindler's List. Melancholia. Haichie Dog's Tale. Grave of the Fireflies. Kids. The Road. What Dreams May Come. Dancer in the Dark. Precious. Lorenzo's Oil. Atonement. My Girl. Hotel Rwanda. Definitely Sophie's Choice. The Road and Precious. Lilia Forever. I consider myself a connoisseur of depressing films from different cultures. This one is the worst I have ever encountered. Notable mentions go to Stations of the Cross. The Virgin Suicides. An American Crime. Lars von Trier's films Dancer in the Dark. Breaking the Waves. Melancholia. Dogville. Andrei Zvyagintsev films Leviathan. Loveless. Dear Zachary. Boy in the Striped Pajamas. The Killing Fields. Threads. Some of the imagery still haunts me. Lovely Bones freak me out. Bridge to Terabithia. Grave of the Fireflies for sure. With honorable mention going to Welcome to the Dollhouse. The Squid and the Whale. And Slumdog Millionaire. Brokeback Mountain. Amazing performances all around. But mercy, did I walk out of that movie feeling awful. Eternal Sunshine of a Something. Life is Beautiful Italy Ode to My Father South Korea. The Green Mile. Grave of the Fireflies. Kids. Hands Down. Requiem for a Dream. House of Sand and Fog. Blue Valentine. Irreversible. What Dreams May Come. Makes me sad just thinking about it. Revolutionary Road. Pan's Labyrinth. The ending gets me every time. What's Eating Gilbert Grape? Wind River. Probably more sad than depressing, but I'll never watch it again. Fuck that movie. Marley and Me. Schindler's List and The Pianist. Since the number one saddest I've seen has already been posted, I'll add to the list. 13. That shit is depressing. The first 5 minutes of Up are absolutely heart-wrenching. Then he finally does it and meets his hero, who sends dogs after him to eat him alive. It's a horrible, depressing movie marketed at children. Requiem for a Dream. I thought Parasite was pretty sad too. All Quiet on the Western Front. The Fox and the Hound. Awakenings. The Virgin Suicides. That movie is. Schindler's List. The Lovely Bones. Precious. I think it's Dances with Wolves. It was a beautiful movie. Until the ending where you learned that all of the Native Americans actually died. Wiped out. I was so upset. Especially since it is inspired by a true story, so all of the people getting slaughtered really got to me. It's awful. Breaking the Waves. Dominion, a documentary about the animal industry. It's pure horror and also reality. American History X. So important, so well done, so tragic and bleak when you walk out after. Manchester by the Sea. I left feeling hopeless and empty. So I knocked over a kid's ice cream cone to spread the joy. Has to be a tie between Requiem for a Dream and Irreversible. Beaches. God damn. AI Artificial Intelligence. I cried for the last hour and a half and was furious when it finished. The Pursuit of Happiness. I Wanna Say My Girl. The entire movie is surrounded in death, children's deaths included. An adolescent girl in turmoil is set in a funeral parlor. monster. Threads. Just bleak and hopeless. 12 years a slave. Honestly, I'd say beautiful boy. Such a good representation on addiction. Usually anything with a dog in it. I avoid those at all costs. Requiem for a Dream. We need to talk about Kevin. Leaving Las Vegas. Pointlessly depressing. Angela's Ashes. The Whale. Marley. Or was it Marley and Me? Dear Zachary. I wasn't prepared for the baby scene in Trainspotting after a 6-bong hit. Mother. The Mist actually pissed me off more than depression. Black Swan. That's between Grave of the Fireflies or Letters from Iwo Jima. Sophie's Choice. Titanic. Thousands of innocent people die and we are supposed to be happy about a granny that didn't get laid. A Dog's Purpose. It's supposed to be about a dog getting reincarnated over and over and learning about something or other. I don't even know. I just know it had lots of scenes of dogs dying. Fuck that movie. Her. $1 Million Baby. Fuck that movie. Nocturnal Animals, but it's more unsettling than depressing. The Green Mile. The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. So many depressing ones, but this is the one that comes to mind. The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. Kramer vs. Kramer, just sad. I don't remember the name, but it was an animated, I think, French film about a man, maybe a clown, who takes care of this younger girl. And the younger girl keeps demanding everything from him. Never satisfied. Wanting more dresses and things. Until eventually he kills himself. Kids, the whole movie is fucked up. The Ice Storm, from 1997. The one with George Clooney and Mark Wahlberg. The Perfect Storm. There are others, but that one immediately jumps out. And yeah, we all know how it ended before we sat down to watch, but that somehow only made it worse. Born on the 4th of July. The Lovely Bones Frowning Face. Johnny Got His Gun. It was the movie that the band Metallica pulled clips from for their music video for the song One. My grade 8 teacher had the VHS in his classroom and my buddy recognized it. I told him I had a VHS player and he let us borrow it. Our teacher was very confused by our excitement to watch it. I remember by the end of it I was wondering when everything would get better for the protagonist. And then it ended. I felt very hollow by the end of it. Dear Zachary, a letter to a son about his father. Don't watch it unless you're really trying to cry. Like sobbing on the floor in the fetal position kind of crying. A recent one that fucked me up good is Soft Quiet. More people need to watch it and have a discourse about it. It's devastating but an extremely important film. TW for POC. Maybe read a little about it before deciding whether to watch it. Precious. Schindler's List. I was never the same after.